Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is like my first ever video. Talk to it all. So welcome guys to my channel. Feel at home. So this is like not like my first ever video. This is like my introductory video, sequel to the first introductory video, which was like the BC that I sent out also like 2 weeks ago or so. I sent out like a broadcast message with a video, an accompanying video to like explain what Talk to It All is all about. So basically Talk to It All, I'll be telling you guys a lot on the show today, like a lot. You guys will be hearing a lot from me, a lot about my past, a lot about what we're about this Talk to It All, and a lot about what exactly Talk to It All is. So back to the stuff that has gotten most of you here, or which got most of you here actually, the why I left medical school. So drum roll please. Newsflash, I did not leave medical school. I'm currently a third year medical student at the University of Ilorin, and I did not leave medical school. Not in my map house. So back to what I was saying. But I almost actually did leave medical school at a point in my medical student life. That was my first year 100 level. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you why. So stay tuned. And we're back. So why did I almost leave medical school? So to answer this question, I'll have to take you guys on a long journey. Not really long, but then quite a lot. So I've always been like I've been a go-getter all my life, and I always go for what I want. Actually, right from the start, when I chose science over arts, when clearly I could do more according to people in arts, but like I knew what I wanted, and I knew it was not hard. Not to spite people in art class or anything like that. You guys are amazing actually, and I have a lot of art students, and I must tell you they are one of like the most brilliant people that I know, jokes apart. So back to my story, why I left medical school, why I almost left medical school. So I resumed 100 level like other medical students. I actually resumed very early. I think our resumption was like, I think June or July. I resumed like, I did 2 weeks before resumption. The actual resumption was something like that. Also, I was open, and I was like, oh, I must go. I packed all my things. I did everything. I went. I can still remember my first meal in the hostel. That was custard. I took custard. I made custard. I was the only one in my room. My roommates had not come. The room was still dirty and all, but like I went. So fast forward to we started our hustle and bustle as 100 level medical students. In Nigeria, 100 level medical school is not like medical school per se. It's just like advanced secondary school, because you're still going to be doing like your science courses. So it's just like SS4 or something like that, something similar. So basically, I joined a group of friends. Well, not joined. I had a group of friends that introduced me to a clique of other friends. So like we're like a group. I can still remember the name, brainstorming 24/7. It wasn't that long, so I can still remember. So we all had this goal, which was 5.0, and then like I also joined this tutorial, Cerebrum. Shout out Cerebrum. Thank you so much for 100 level. So I also joined this tutorial, Cerebrum, and it was always ringing it in our ears that 5.0 is the goal. So we all had like this goal for like 5.0 or nothing in 100 level. So the way we read, So the way we read was like, oh my God, I want to die. We shall read. At the end of the day, we all made it like excellently well. We all had something like that. I think 4.5. Everybody, like we all passed. We all did like exceptionally well. But I knew I did not know something like that. In between, I was doing myself more harm than I was doing myself good. I was actually ruining my health. I was not paying attention to my body, and I did a lot of things that my body could not take it anymore. At a point, it just told me that you need to stop, and that was when the whole thing started happening. I started seeing symptoms. I started losing hair. And the first one was weight loss, drastic weight loss. Guys, I would show you a picture of my before and after. I was so lean, like I was the leanest. Think of like the leanest version of me. I was very lean, and it was as a result of not eating well. I did not only not eat good food, I did not eat food at all. Most of the times I was always taking like all these beverages. I was taking Milo, milk. You guys can ask my friends, Ojo level, my fellow roommates, my friends that were in the hostel could testify that they can see me walking around 8 p.m. in the hostel with Milo sachet in my mouth. That's what I like took all the time. I was not feeding well actually. And there was this point that my mom would drive to school, take me to the cafeteria or buka, as we call it in Ilorin, to go and eat, just to make sure that I have like a proper meal that day. It was that bad. So I was not eating. I think maybe that was anorexia. I don't know. Maybe it's more complex, but like something like that, something similar. I was not eating at all, and most times I would go like the entire day without having food in my system, and I did not feel hungry, or I did not feel the need to actually eat. So fast forward to health issues. I started having, like I told you, I had drastic weight loss. Yes, I lost so much weight, and then afterwards I started having hair loss. Hair loss was like the it for me. That was when I knew that okay, I was sick. And then whenever I went to the toilet, to sit on the toilet seat became really, really difficult. I could not bring myself to sit down on the toilet seat. I had to like struggle before I could get on the seat itself. So that one coupled with that, I remember myself going to the hospital to see the doctor. It was a core member, as I would come to know later, because my mom's a nurse at the school clinic. So she later told me that it was a core member. He just finished his internship. So I went to the hospital. I went to complain that, oh, these are my symptoms. I showed him my hair because I was tying scarf then. I was on low cut, so like a part of it around here was like no hair. There was no hair there, and had like, in short, I had alopecia. For y'all that know what that is, I had serious alopecia. I had it here, I had it behind, I had spots everywhere. So I could not like comb my hair and even it out, so I had to like tie scarf most of the time. So I showed him my hair, or wear a face cap. I showed him my hair. Was like, oh, that did I offend my village people? He made a joke about it, and I did not get help that day. And I was given diclofenac because I was complaining of serious body pains. Most of the times I was given diclofenac, and I took ibuprofen a lot of times. I took ibuprofen to the extent that when I actually got to my doctors, that were like my doctors, they advised me to stop because they said it might cause ulcer or something like that, so I should like stop. So I withdrew totally from ibuprofen. Up to now I don't use ibuprofen because I used it excessively then, and it stopped working at a point. Like I became resistant to my body became resistant to it, like stopped working. So I went to the doctors to complain, and then he made a joke about I did not get help, and I went back to my normal routine of treating malaria and body pains. So I went back to my hostel feeling really bad that day. I can remember that day I felt that, God, what's this? Like I could not explain what was happening to my body. I knew something was wrong with me because I smelled different, like to myself. I smelled really different to myself. There was this feeling, there was this stuff I could smell. I don't know if it's psyche or something. I could smell something was off. I could smell that, okay, my body is not my body. This is not me. This is not my normal self. And coupled with my hair loss and everything, my weight loss, I was like, oh, this is it. I don't know what this is, but like this is just it. I prayed against it, normal, as a normal Christian should. I talked to friends, my very close friend Olaripo. I talked to him too about it, but like I didn't get a resolution. I didn't get what it was, so I just left it like that. So I went through first semester like that. I went for my sister's wedding. So that was when I actually pushed my body to the apex or summit. My body crashed after the wedding, like literally crashed. I crashed, my system crashed after that wedding because like my body was like, I've had enough. Like now you need to stop. I walked myself. You know Nigerian weddings now. Plus it's my sister's wedding. I have to be up and do this, carry this auntie, this uncle, yes sir, yes ma, do all this, arrange. And I was the maid of honor. So you should know the kind of stress I went through that day now. Carrying because my sister had a dress with a train, something like that. So like, I had to carry it so that it's not on the ground and all that. So like I stressed myself to the brim that day. And then after the wedding, my sister went to her husband's house as is tradition. My brother was not in Ilorin, he was in Lagos, my immediate brother. And my eldest brother was also not, I forgot what he went to do, or sure not in Ilorin. So I was left with my mom. I became really, really sick. Guys, I've never been sick like that my entire life. Like, I became sick. This was not malaria. This was not body pains. This was so drastic that I could not get up from my bed. It was that bad. I could not get up from my bed. I could not stand up. I could not roll or turn on my bed. I could not use my feet. Like, if I stood up, if I wanted to stand up, I had to be helped. And if I finally stand up, I have to be helped to walk a few steps, not even like walk a long distance, probably go to the toilet. So I have to be helped. And when I get to the toilet, I have to be helped to sit on the toilet seat, and I have to be helped to stand from the toilet seat. It was that bad, guys. I had to be helped to bathe. Like, I have to be able to do literally everything that involved my muscles, my upper limbs and lower limbs, my extremities. I had to be helped with everything like that. My back too was an issue. I was having serious back pains, like serious back pains. These were not cramps, these were like worse. These were like the heights of pains. I can remember that was when like the series of finding out the solution started for me. That period was hell on earth, literally. I was admitted at the school clinic where my mommy worked like countless of times. I could remember vividly one night I was rushed to the hospital. My mom thought I would actually give up on her that night. It was so terrible. I was literally gasping for breath. I could not breathe properly, and I was entering like a sort of comatose state. I don't know what, get what I'm saying. Like I was literally a vegetable. Like, and that night was really bad because I was groaning and screaming in pains, and I could not breathe properly. So I had to rush to the hospital. The pain went away after I was like giving chloroquine, ibuprofen, diclo, everything. I pump everything into my system. But then I still had to, like, after a few days, the pain came back and it was worse. It was worse, and I did everything. Like, then it was terrible. I could not stand up, and it got so bad. One day I tried reaching out for my phone. It was on the same bed I was sleeping on, but like it was quite like a distance from me on the bed. I tried reaching out for my phone. I could not grab it. I could not like extend my ends because like I was in serious chronic pain. I can remember just crying. I just like left the phone. Someone was calling me, a friend was calling me. I could not like pick up the call. I left the phone and I was just crying because like I was like, oh my god. So to cut the story short, because I'm still going to go into so much details about like my story and my health and my discovery journey. I was later diagnosed by a, God bless him wherever he is, by a very good doctor. I won't say his name, I won't mention his name. He diagnosed me of lupus. He used my alopecia and my pain in the extremities and other symptoms like weight loss and all that, he diagnosed me of systemic lupus erythematosus. But it was like he was not sure, so I had to go for further tests. And I can remember spending a lot. Shout out to my friend Pfizer. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. That's all I would say. I can remember spending a lot on tests, because like tests for diagnosing SLE were quite expensive. You have to do like anti-double stranded DNA. You have to do so many tests to just confirm that okay, this is it actually. So at the end of the day, I was referred to UITH. That was where I was giving like this test to do. So at the end of the day, I was diagnosed with systemic lupus erythematosus, and it had gotten to the stage that it was really, really severe. I can remember the doctor checking my test results and shouting that, oh God, you just have to be admitted. So that same day I was admitted, and Nigeria healthcare system now, before I got a bed to myself, I spent I think 7 hours or so. I got to the hospital around, my mom is always like early to the hospital kind of person, so we got to the hospital around 8 o'clock in the morning, and before I got on the bed at night, it was around 10 p.m. I got to see my doctor around 4 p.m. and maybe like 6 hours later, that was when I actually got a bed to myself. So I got admitted, and that was how my treatment journey began and all that. So back to TalktoItan. So this is my condition. I have lupus, and it's a condition that is actually severe for most people that have it. It affects mostly women of color. It affects men too, but mostly women of color or African descent, people that have color. So, and it occurs around the age I had it, around 15 to I think 45, reproductive period. That's when it mostly occurs. It has no cause and it has no cure actually. It is triggered by factors. It can be environmental, it can be hereditary, it can be health factors. So many factors actually trigger this, but it has no cure. So you just have to manage the conditions and live with it. And over the years, I've learned to live with it. Fat now. Compared to how I was before, I've learned to live with it. I've learned to like deal with it. I've learned to treat myself better, love myself. Not love the condition, but like love myself for who I am. Respect the fact that I'm different, and try to work things out as a medical student while in school. So that is what this channel is about. TalktoItan. Like I just did now, telling you my experience, telling you my discovery journey, telling you my pain, my everything, and then later on I'll be telling you how I cope with this condition as a medical student. That is what TalktoItan is about. TalktoItan is a platform for you to actually share with us as a medical student. There are medical students dealing with so many issues. I have friends that have asthma, I have friends that I know that have sickle cell anemia, but they are living with it and they are in medical school. They are not superheroes. They are in medical school, they are living their daily lives as medical students, but they have this condition they have to deal with, and this condition is taking up space as much as their books will take up space in their lives. So this is what this channel is for. You get a platform to talk about things that affect you. You get a platform to not put yourself out there per se, but like talk to someone that gets, talk to someone that understands, talk to someone that also struggles daily, talk to someone that can relate with you, and also help people to know about these conditions. Like through the anonymous link I sent out, I got a lot of replies that were actually nice. One of them is someone with polycystic ovarian syndrome. So it's a condition, for y'all that don't know, it's a condition that affects females, that they have like follicles in their ovaries, something like that, and it leads to like excessive production of male hormones. So they have facial hairs, excessive hair production and all those things. So they have like excessive androgen production. They also have like things like prolonged menstrual periods, excessive weight gain and all that. So I don't know, some people might be out there, you see that they are obese, they have like facial hair and all that, and people just go like laughing at them and all that, but they actually have conditions. They have conditions, and these conditions are things that they have to live with daily, and they have to struggle with it, mental health wise, physical health wise. So, and I got to know that, like, not like I got to know, there's actually no channel out there for medical students to like express this. And why am I targeting medical students? I'm targeting medical students because, hey, I'm a medical student, and I feel like I can relate to like the struggles, and so that is why I'm targeting medical students for now, mostly for now. Later on, I might expand it to other students generally struggling with conditions. So TalktoItan is a platform that I would want all of us struggling with conditions, like I just mentioned, we have medical students that have asthma, we have medical students that have sickle cell, we have medical students that are physically advantaged, I won't say disadvantaged. We have medical students like that struggle with certain things. There is the stigma part, there is the coping with daily struggles part, and they will just want somebody to talk to. They just want people to hear that story and hear why, like I said in my introduction video, why they are heroes that do not wear capes. So that is why I created this channel. So with time, I'm going to be having like discussions. I'm going to be having like one-on-one call sessions whereby I will interview medical students with conditions, and they can share their thoughts, their opinions. And with time, I'm also going to tell you about my condition, which is systemic lupus erythematosus. What it's about, what are the medications I take, how do I manage it, what are things I do, and how do I cope with this condition as a medical student. So for now, I don't want this video to get excessively long, but I hope I've been able to like actually boil things down and beat things down to understanding of everybody. So this is basically it. Thanks for listening to this point. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I love you guys. Thank you very much for listening. If you stay to this part, I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much.